Hello and welcome to our new moon in Virgo tarot energy reading for the 2nd or 3rd of September, wherever you are around the world. I am recording this at the end of August. We are right at the threshold of Pluto completing retrograde Aquarius and about to retrograde Capricorn. We also have Uranus stationing direct. There is so much that is happening right now energetically, and I feel like this new moon is just a really powerful time to be present, to look at the energy collectively, individually, and then to set some intentions. How do we want to navigate through this next month, the month of September? How do we want to experience it, and what are we ready to release and clear as Pluto retrogrades Capricorn? There's so much to look at. For now, we are going to pull 3 cards together, one for the collective energy at this time on our planet, one for the individual. So what I'm really focusing on individually that has a match that brought you to this video, which likely you are focusing on in a similar way. And then what are the highest potential energies or messages that we can receive for the month ahead? So we're going to pull 3 cards together, and then I will be doing an extended reading. I will go deeper into each of these cards, messages, transmissions, and that is available for you at the link below. It is $33. It also includes a guided meditation for this new moon in Virgo. All right, let's go. Let's begin. 3 cards. I'm using the Lightseers Tarot. And I can feel there's so much that wants to come through. I've had a little bit of a headache this morning, which I don't usually get. And I can feel like the momentum of energy that wants to come into this space. Okay, collective now. The 6 of Pentacles. We'll go into each of these. The individual now. The 4 of Pentacles. That is a powerful one. And then the highest wisdom for the next month, the world. Oh, such beautiful messages. Let's look at them all together. So you've got the collective, the individual, and then the highest potential. It's a beautiful story. Okay, we shall begin. Let's start with the 6 of Pentacles. So, what do you notice about this card first? So really take a look and see the colors, the movement. Do you feel like they're both your hands, or one hand is yours, one hand belongs to someone else? If so, like who comes to mind or what comes to mind? This is a collective message, so it could also be collective as in governments, communities, the world, planets, guides, consciousness. Well, here, I'll tell you what I feel. I feel like it is the infinite and the embodiment. It is the soul and the human. It is the guides, the ones who work with us outside of this realm, and us here in the human realm. And it really depends on how you see the balls or the pentacles moving. Is it that the divine, the infinite, drops a pentacle and then we get to practice holding more and more and more and more and more? Or are we creating something and handing it, and the divine is coming to pick it up from us to take it back out to the infinite? Or is it a constant flowing, like the infinity symbol? It's a constant weaving in and through of all of that at the same time. And why would this card be shown right now for this moment of the new moon in Virgo? Why? I'll tell you why. I'll let you know why. I believe, and you can see actually the 8, it's sort of faint in the background, but there's an infinity right there. Can you see? It's hard to do with my fingers, but there's an 8 in the background. I believe, the way I see it, it's the infinite dropping the potential into our hand, saying, here's some more magic we're going to add to this already magical realm that is life on planet Earth. We're going to bring in the next pentacle. Are you ready for it? And the next pentacle to me feels like Pluto moving into Aquarius. And so here we are wrapping up, completing Pluto in Capricorn, and this new energy is about to be dropped in. And so we need to release this red Pluto and Capricorn energy in order for this orange one to come in and be held in our hand. Right now it doesn't look like both of those could comfortably fit side by side in our hand. So we're releasing one in order for the next to come in. And I feel like that is absolutely what is happening on our planet. And so if we look at the colors, because I believe colors really are essential to all of it. The Pluto in Capricorn energy would be this red one. The safety, the security, the foundations, the structures, the building blocks of our lives would be Pluto in Capricorn. It's all this root energy. And I feel like as a humanity, we have been clearing so much of what doesn't work in that grounded safety of our experience of being infinite souls in human bodies, infinitely embodied. I feel like the root chakra has been doing a lot of work. Well, here comes this orange one, which would be the second chakra. So receiving relationships, communities, the joy, the pleasure, the beauty, the abundance that comes when we have a safe, secure root chakra. So from this grounded transformation we've been going through since 2008, here comes this next gift of us being able to receive more consciousness, more wisdom, more magic, more joy. I absolutely, in all of my body, believe that we are moving towards a humanity that is going to feel more joy more of the time. That the pleasures of the human realm are going to be what we spend more time focusing on, less on the suffering and more on the pleasure, the beauty of this incredible planet, the beauty of our five senses, the beauty of being able to create. There's such an abundance of good. And it's not good like right or wrong good. It's good like the feeling is so good to be fully immersed in the humanness. And we don't need the teachings of suffering and pain and the heaviness, the density. We don't need teachings through that way of contrast. We can learn and expand and create more and more and more from the abundance, from the beauty. And so we've created the safety. We've focused on safety. We've had it in our hand. Whatever we focus on expands. We've been focusing on it, focusing on it, focusing on it. And now I feel like let's complete and let this next gift start to drop in, which would be the beginning of a 20-year cycle of Pluto in Aquarius. What is so beautiful is that right in the center of these, at the tip of our fingers, is the yellow for the yellow chakra. And I feel like what bridges our safety and our joy and abundance, it's knowing who we are. It's that individual expression that is uniquely ours. Who I am is my third chakra. Who you are is your third chakra. And if, excuse me, and when each of us are aware of who we are, when we know who we are, when we are living and expressing from who we are, the ways we can come together in the second chakra in relationship and communities and co-creation is so much richer, so much better, because I know who I am and you know who you are. And so there's no having to complete each other or having to define who you are by how you see who I am. It doesn't matter. You're doing you and living you, and it's so beautiful. And your living that is so invigorating and inspiring for me. And so it makes my living of me more. I keep thinking of the Jerry Maguire line, like, you complete me. And I'm like, no, I complete me. You complete you. And when I'm complete and you're complete and we are fully expressing as that, we come into these co-creations, and it's beyond. It's so good. It's so good. And I feel like that really is going to be a lot of what Pluto in Aquarius is going to be activating for all of us as a humanity. So this is the collective card. As a humanity, I feel like we're going to have experiences of co-creation that are like, what? How even is it this much fun? How even is it possible to create at this level? And the joy that will come from me expressing myself, meeting you expressing yourself, and what we do together. It's like, what? It's next level. It's beyond what we can focus on right now, because there's still so much of the safety and security that's being embodied. There's so much of the groundedness that is still being solidified. And so I feel like this card has been given to us as a collective message to say, this is where we're going. This is what's happening. This is the process we are in right now. And if you understand that this is almost complete, that this is about to arrive, and this is what you focus on, it's your fingertips, it's the thing that you are spending all of your energy and time on, because you have the security. And so now it's like, who am I? What am I doing? And why am I here? And what is me, right? And as we keep that at the edge of our fingertips and we just keep focusing on it, it lands, it becomes, which leads me to the individual card. So this was the collective, which is the Six of Pentacles. And now we have the Four of Pentacles. This is individually. So what do you notice about this card? Besides the fact that it's moving with my hand. Let me see if I can bring it closer. What do you notice about this figure, about what she's holding, what's in the background? Her eyes are closed. This card, and by the way, these cards are all available for longer, fuller descriptions on lightseerstarot.com. So Chris-Anne has a whole page for each of the cards, and you can go and look it up, and there's journal prompts and extra commentary that will be really helpful. When I see this card, I feel like we're holding on to our gifts. We're holding tight to the things that we know at the edge of our fingertips we are, and we're going to express, and we're becoming, like, we know it's right here, but we pull it in and we hold it really close to our chest, to our third chakra. We tuck it in tight. And so the pentacles, the magic, the genius that is us is formed, ready, but we're holding it. It hasn't expressed yet to the world, which is the highest potential. We're holding on to it, and we're being invited to walk with it, to take the pentacles and create holograms and begin walking. But that's the highest possibility. So let's stay with where we are right now. If this is the energy that you're in, there's a way that she is meditating as she's holding onto her gifts. So I'm going to name very transparently where I am, and as I name that, it'll either be a truth that resonates for you, or it'll teach you through contrast. You'll go, no, that's not true for me. What I feel like is happening right now, and as I move through this next couple of months, Pluto moving into Aquarius for me is this. It's like, let's go. I'm an Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Taurus rising, and I feel like I was made for this time. Let's go. It's game on. Let's do this. And right now I'm in this moment of like, am I ready? Is it all in place? How does it feel? I keep meditating and coming in like, am I articulating it properly? Is it Are all the pieces placed energetically exactly as I want them, so that when I begin this walk with this hologram of energy, I know what I have sent to the hologram is accurate and walks with me, creates the structure as I walk. And so I'm very conscientious right now, or hyper attuned right now, to gathering, holding, uh, embodying, activating. It's almost like when you charge crystals at the full moon, it feels like that, but at this new moon. I'm holding these intentions close to my third chakra, close to my heart. I can feel my intentions, my pentacles, my desires, my creations that are ready to be birthed. I'm holding them and infusing, that's the word I want, infusing them with just the right frequency. Knowing that this is going to become this. And I want it to be perfect, frequency perfect. I like when it's perfect in the 3D. I love when it's perfect. I love when there's no errors and, it all streamlines in the flow of technology. I love that. And also the frequency is what matters most to me. Is the frequency right? Is the energy right? And so that would be the match you would probably be having if you show up to watch this video and receive this card as a message. What is forming inside of you? And you know what that frequency is. Is it right yet? Is there something that you're still completing? And if so, be aware that you're completing it without judging yourself. I think there's such a, at least for me, there's such a buzz or a charge around, don't procrastinate, just put it out, You're being a perfectionist. Don't, hold it back. If it's meant to go, 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 go. And sometimes I feel like holding it in and infusing it, cocooning it, instead of rushing just to get something out, it's not a form of procrastination or avoidance or denial. You're actually perfecting something. And as you feel the alignment of it, when you release it, it's this. And you know the timing. Nobody else, you know the timing. And I think where we can get caught up is when our eyes are open, this is a good analogy. Right now her eyes are closed, she's meditating, she's holding, she's infusing, she's feeling, she's doing it. When we open our eyes in this process, knowing that we're in this process of doing this, we open our eyes and we start looking around. We're like, does anybody else have a bag that they're holding? What's happening over in the village? Okay, are there other people with other bags? What if they're getting their bags out and creating this faster, sooner, better? What if? Ah! Why? What takes me a focused attention to keep realigning with in my own journey is to constantly remember, this is my life. I, the infinite soul, came into this human story to live the life I am living, not to live the life anyone else is living. And so other lives inspire me, irritate me, trigger me, activate me, and push me, grow me, delight me. And that's their lives to live. This is my life. How am I living my life? Am I in integrity with me every single day in all the ways that I live and breathe and move and create and express? Am I in my own right relationship with me? And this card is really validating that at this new moon in Virgo. It's saying, you know. In you, you know. And so trust that. Virgo is often associated with the details, the little minutiae. And I just read a beautiful article, I think it was Astro Butterfly, but it was, or maybe Forever Conscious. It was talking about, it's not just the details, it's Virgo's ability to really analyze the whole scheme, the whole layout, the whole grid. It's Virgo's ability to go, okay, I know there's a whole world out here, and I can be so in my own experience and feel how it is going to become this, and know the path, and see the details playing out that will create that. So, infinite embodiment. There's a next level coming in. You know the timing. You're perfecting the frequency right now to create this. This is the highest potential for the next lunar cycle. So what do you notice as you look at this card? It's so cool today. I really noticed like the chakra colors of her dress. Maybe you say it's the rainbow colors. I see it as like the chakra colors. She's embodied the chakras so much that her clothing shows her chakras, which is so cool. And also the joy. I mean, just, I think you can see her face. Maybe it'll focus on it, but her chin is up to the sky and she's just like, yes, let's do it. Let's walk this path and just be in the joy. And every step she takes, there's a new grid forming at her feet. There's a new sacred geometry being planted every step she takes. To me, the circle around her looks like a portal. She is a walking, living portal of energy, and every step is creating the next step. She's living her infinite expression in the body, and as she moves, it creates her reality all around her. It's so good. There's been a lot of little videos. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so itchy. There's been a lot of little videos that have shown in my feed lately that talk about, like Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, that talk about and Zach Bush just had one about this too, that the physical form, the human body, is actually constantly redistributing energies, particles of light that our awareness has created into a body. They say it so much better than I do. I think Zach Bush just had one on his Instagram posts, if you want to look, or his reels, that was talking about exactly this. I thought it was just fascinating. But he says we're constantly just regenerating light, fractals, wisdom, and our intention in every millionth of a second is what gives it form. And so as you're looking at this video, you see me as a human, but I'm actually energy that's just constantly doing this. And then you see a human form. It was so wild to hear how he described it. And I feel like our awareness of that, our understanding that we are light, frequency, energy, manifested into physical, gives us so much power. We decide. We decide how, when, what we're doing, and our unique walk is exactly why we came here. Nobody else is. And so we're never wrong, late, behind schedule, ahead of schedule. We're like exactly where our soul and our energy and our consciousness chose to be, because here I am doing this, creating this. Oh, it's kind of mind-blowing. Isn't it so cool? So highest potential for the next lunar cycle is maybe have some fun, play, create, walk, see yourself as light, as codes that are creating a reality in every moment. And if you don't like the reality you're living, meditate, adjust your frequency, and then take a new step. Begin again, see what happens. It's so exciting. All right, I need to wrap this one up and make the extended and then the meditation, because I have a live on Insight Timer coming up and I need to get this complete in order to be in that space. It's such a beautiful time on our planet, and I really just encourage you to find the joy in the experience, to be in the magic of being the infinite in the human form, and try to not let all the little details and the collective overwhelm impact you, just meditate, go in, and then walk as that beautiful being of light that you are. Okay, so much love.